Okay, Aquarius. Ugh. I know this is going to sound weird, but it just got dark in here for this reading. Like, I'm looking at this little screen here and it. Ugh. Okay. Let me pull up a stool here. I'm getting somebody's kind of ancestor, higher self, hold my hand a little bit here, but like patting me on the head, like, okay, you can do your best with this one. Something about my financial ignorance or something, which is accurate. So we're talking about finances or a career, or alliances, networking, successes or failures as you might see it, or okay, I'm just having kind of the all right, sweetheart, you just do the best you can. So I don't think I need I need to understand this. I'll tell you what I got. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust that you know what's best for yourself. Trust that you know when to think out of the box and when it's appropriate to stay in the box. When to step in and when to stay out of it. When you need to pick sides, you know, like you're in prison and you gotta pick a gang, that sort of thing. And when it's safer for you to not choose a side. There's something about you being able to do a lot with a little as far as money. So abundance will be gone. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought here. Why? So you're a very dynamic, proactive, competent, talented person. I'm getting like a jet setter, like zooming here, there, or everywhere. Or you're truly an Aquarius where you're ahead of your time and that's just where your mind is. Your mind's ahead of its own time sometimes. But there was a connection in the past where promises were made and promises have been broken. And it's almost coming back around to make the same old promises. Hang in there, it'll get better. But what they're really doing is fighting you. And you need to say no to this fight or to this connection at work. And it might be going against the grain or public opinion to do so, but public perception is skewed, whatever that means to you, and I'm keeping it all vague. But I feel like you either run the zoo or you work at the zoo, or where you work, it's chaotic, it's the zoo. Never the same, always moving, you never know what you're gonna get. Roll with the punches, that sort of thing. It could be that you've been waiting on your patience, and so you need to really appreciate yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back for being patient, even when nobody else does. Even if someone, I don't know why, but almost bullies you for not being patient when you've been working on that your whole life. They don't need to understand it. They don't need to appreciate your patience. So give yourself a pat on the back, whether anyone else does or not. Trust yourself, whether anyone else does or not. If you have a process that is different from everybody else on the team, don't change it for everyone else. Your process is your process. You know, it could be them making fun of the chaos on your desk. At work, if it's just like a very day-to-day sort of thing, but it's your chaos. You know, if you were to clean it up, it would be more confusing to you. Something like that. But this is on a bigger scale, and we're talking about someone around you who gave you good advice or who kept promises to your competition while smiling in your face, pretending to be a friend, but they're kind of in competition with you. I got this, look at this. Alexander the Great and the samurai outfit. This is from the museum. Don't hate me, all. I was literally the only one in there that day. I asked the guy. He was like, yeah, okay, take pictures. But this is someone who's in fight mode all the time, and I don't think it even has anything to do with you. It's just they're a hammer, and everyone they see is a nail. Whether you're on the same team, the same side, the same neighborhood, the same study group, or, I don't know, debate team, something like that. And there's a little bit of regret here now that you're seeing someone in a different light. So your note is so weird. This is what I think Spirit's like. You don't need to understand it. Just tell them what you got. Okay. The Janus key popped up. Wall style. So I looked up this term that I could kind of see in my head, and it's a video game called Warframe, and I'm totally ignorant about this. I'm so sorry. It's a third-person online shooter game developed originally in March 2013 on Windows, and it is what is called a perpetual beta. I don't know what that, I had to look that up. And new features are continuously added. And it also has something to do with being somewhere in between open and closed access. Something to do with Scorpio, something to do with software, something to do with fingerprints this week. So I don't know if this is literally, and maybe I was overdoing it there, and I'm burying the lead here, and it's just somebody that you play video games with that you're realizing now is not telling you the truth. Hold on. Should I leave that there? Is that... I got Chinatown. I got a bridge. We got the Embarcadero. Bridge, get out of here. I don't see that every day. Did I burn my finger? Someone might burn their finger or show up with the weird burn to work. They could love Chinese food, or they could have a heritage there, or you do. Okay, so there's 3 people here. It's like the person that you're getting your advice from, or who you thought was looking out for you and you were looking out for each other, maybe you were besties or something, they're actually getting their advice and making their decisions based on the advice of a King of Swords and Knight of Swords. So we're talking about either in the legal system, a father-son duo, or like an adopted apprentice into the family, someone who, lawyers, money men, science-minded, inventive, but cold, unapproachable, and austere here. So maybe you don't have access to these people, but this person does, and because it's exclusive, they are kind of, without thinking, going along with this, when they should be making up their own mind about this, but they're not. And I'm keeping it vague. Can I get something? If I pull 2 again, hold on. Again, I don't need to understand it, I guess. What the heck is a Janus key? Something people put in their hair, a video game. Again, with this video, I'm getting so much video game imagery here. Look at, there's a crap ton of cards here, too. I'm pulling from this little thing over here. and this thing. There's just a ton of them here. So I'm looking at keywords or syncs will come up with video games, with bridges, Chinese food or heritage. And what it, it could be that you went to school together when you were young and now you're grown. And this person is relying on your sense of nostalgia and what it used to be to lie to you. This is what it is. Did I get mask in there? Just say no. Oh, no. Keeping promises, guided by darkness. And move on. So you're being guided by the light to move away from someone, guided by darkness, that you have loving, nostalgic feelings about. But this person, it's like this peace offering. Maybe you had a falling out and then they made all the promises in the world. I've changed. I'm not the same. You were right. This person's like in a dark little coven or something. They have a secret society old boys club that you don't know about. You're unaware of. And it could be that this person is, quote unquote, below this person in society, but in their secret society, they're over them. They have the authority. And this goes way back. And it's black or white. And, you know, the underlings kind of do what they're told. And I feel like this person was kind of doing what they're told. And whoever you are, that's not what you are. That's not who you are. You're exactly who you need to be. Your perspective is wild. You're wild. Like I was saying, you can't be bought, and you would not sell your soul or sell out. And so you already kind of made your decision to move away from this person spiritually, and now it's time to do it physically. So if they're not in the legal system or financial, it would be another older, I'm getting sandy pepper, salt and pepper hair, maybe an older handsome man, but they're cruel. They're a woman hater deep down inside, but I think they probably have a family. That's a clue. The son, they probably taught the son to be a woman hater too, and they're searching for some poor girl to build a false foundation with. So it's double life all around the table here. All around the round table here. But I guess this is coming up because the future, if you don't move away from them, is what? You could end up very, very hurt, if not killed. You know, you don't know what this person is doing or who they're operating with, and there could be some sort of a vendetta. I'm getting whatever, like a vendetta, okay? And it's the people around that person are going to get hurt. And so this is a clue. You can love them and move away from them. You can, without explaining yourself or expecting closure, protect yourself and your peace at the end of the day. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of syncs here. It's not random. Someone around you might say, wow, that's a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It's not random. Pay attention. It's about your safety and your peace. And so we're talking about your friend who would be maybe a Sagittarius here with the Temperance. They're young, they're vital, they're maybe hip, jet setter as well, but they're kind of in and out. They might have in the past, what does that mean? I'm getting F-boy energy, but what does that have to do with you? A woodwind instrument. One time at band camp. I don't know. They might come from a wealthy family, but they're a little disturbed when it comes to their deep, dark fantasies here. They might have seduced you at one time or another and came back with the promise of friendship but they're not looking out for you. They actually want to fight because you were not submissive to them. Even as a friend, even as a brother, even as a sorority sister. Or do you see where I'm going with this? Don't romanticize the past. At the end of the day, trust yourself. A kick in the seat of the pants means you will be feeling this. Trust your intuition. Trust your eyes. Trust the facts. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing what others could not do. And remember to look out for synchronicity. It's not random. And don't let anybody talk you out of knowing what you know. They don't have to understand it. Neighbors are acting funny, someone who needs to buy a gift. So if this isn't like an old friend, it's going back to the old neighborhood, a big neighborhood party, there's a baby shower or something. And it could be that that's the person you used to play video games when you were young or something. Okay, but that's a clue. You will get clue after clue after clue is what I'm getting. Yeah, it's time for change. If you have to do a full turnaround, that's all right. Did I say what I needed to say, even though I have no idea what I just said? Release. It's time to release a number. What number? It's like this person's like, take a number. They're supposed to be your friend. Like you have to make an appointment to see your friend or your brother or something like that. Yeah, there will be a ton of synchronicity. Don't think that you have to eagle eye watch this person. Just be on the defense here. Be in defense mode, not offense mode, and love yourself. If there's every way that you can find to love yourself this week, that's a key to success. Boots on the ground, starting small baby steps. Love yourself. Trust yourself. Look out for clues. This is a combination of your higher power and your intellect saying, something's not right there. And you don't need to engage, you just need to walk away. It's a release. So it's affecting you in a negative way, whether you kind of noticed or not, and it might be not until you walk away that you realize how much better you feel. What's the number? Oh, this is you, this is them. So the star, I mean, that goes without saying. This is Aquarius. You're meant to be unique. You're not weird. A Little B song. You're not weird. You're unique. And that's who you need to be. You're ahead of the game. You think outside of the box. But more than anything else, I'm getting this is a time for healing for you. The light at the end of the tunnel here is that their karma is not your karma. All you have to do is walk away. So I'm getting that this isn't like a mate where you have children together. This is like a friend or even a sibling or the guy from down the street that you've been friends with or your mom was friends with or whatever. You can make a clean break and it's healing for you and you're encouraged to do so. This change is good for you. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. If it resonates, please let me know because what? Love you guys. See you for the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. Thanks for watching.